Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It is November 25th, 2017, and we're going to start doing a little moldboard plowing this morning. But ran into an issue. The New Holland is category 1 or 2 lift arm balls. As you can see, that's category 2. And they're interchangeable. You change them out, and I got a set of category 1. Plows are category 1. The hookup on them are category 1, which isn't a problem. You know, you can put a bushing in here, and I've got bushings. You can put bushings in there and use them. That normally would not be a problem. Well, here's the issue. Now I'll show you. I lost the category 1 ones raking hay, and I ordered a set a couple months ago, but they still haven't arrived. They're back ordered, so I gotta get online, just pull the trigger and get a set coming. But you can see that they're too thick right here. Can't get my linchpin in here. So what I'm gonna do, this is a 3-bottom set of plows, and they're recommended on average to have 20 horsepower per plow. That's factory recommendation. So you're looking at a 60 horsepower tractor. Of course, depending on soil conditions and everything, that can vary. But what I'm going to do, since I've got the itch to plow, is I'm going to use the John Deere 5205 and see how it handles 3. I've never hooked 3s to it, but we're going to find out how it handles them. So we'll get it hooked up and see how it goes. Okay, so we got the John Deere backed up here now. It too is category 2 hitch. You can see I've got them bushing down to category 1, and they're thinner. So see, now I got room for my linchpin. That makes that's what we've run into with the New Holland. So we're going to try this. This tractor is rated at 56 flywheel horsepower. We will find out if it can handle the three bottoms. I'm not going to do much plowing with it. Part of it is I'm just curious to see if it'll pull it, and we'll go from there. So we'll get her hooked up and get them adjusted. One of the biggest things about plows, moldboard plows, is getting them adjusted, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And what these are is a set of Ford 101s, probably made in the 70s, early 80s, and they're 14 inch. And when I say they're 14 inch, that is 14 inches from this main beam to this main beam to that main beam. That's how you measure plows, from here to here. Okay, so if they're 16 inches, they'll be 16 inches here. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit more about the plows here. These are, like I said, Ford 101 spring trip, safety trip plows. So if you hit something solid with them, these will break away and trip like a rock or something along those lines. That's what they're designed to do. And the components of the plows, of course, you've got your 3-point hitch, and then you've got some components on the plow itself. This is your tail wheel. This is your landslide. Okay, now this is a wearable part, so you need to check and make sure that it's in good repair. This is a shin. It too is a wearable part. You gotta check, make sure you still got shin left out past the frog. This is the frog right here. You don't want to wire this out. That's why you got this, this, and this. This is your point or plowshare, and you want to just make sure that you have meat left on these so that you don't wear out your frog, because you can't replace the frog. These are wearable parts. They're on here to wear out. That's what they're there for. So landslide, shin, plowshare or point, and of course this piece is the moldboard right here. So that's what you're dealing with. Now, the key to getting the plows to plow right is you want them at the right depth, and you want them level when they're in their working position. Okay, so when you put the plows down in the fur, now remember, this tire is going to be in a fur, and you want this point to cut over to the other fur. You don't want to leave a strip. So you want to adjust your sway chains to make sure the plows are pulled over. And when they are pulled over, the beams should be running straight with the tractor. As you can see, they are. And then when you get it in the ground, in the working position, it should be level front to back. Should be level this way and side to side. If you get them level, running straight and true, they plow and pull good. So what we'll do is we'll get them in the ground, make a couple of passes, make adjustments, and then see how it goes. So, okay, we've got the plows hooked up, we've got them adjusted, they're level, running true. And the way we level is if we want to work on the levelness front to back, we extend or shorten the top length. And if we want to work on our levelness from side to side, we raise or lower this. Now, another thing, that sway chain up here is running tight. I leave a little slack in this one right here. One thing I forgot to mention, on a, now it's according to the book, this is not just something I've come up with, but on a 14-inch plow, whatever inch plow you're running, you want to plow at half the depth of the width. So we need to be running this about 7 inches deep, and we're thereabouts. We're close enough for government work, if you will. But that's what we're dealing with. So let's see if the John Deere is pulling it, but not good. The ground, you can see it's a little wet, but it is breaking up. Anytime it'll break up like that coming off the moldboard, you're all right, particularly this time of year. You can get by with a little more. And you can kind of see the depth that we're plowing at. It's pretty close to 7 inches. Wouldn't miss it by much. So let's plow a little. Okay, couple quick points. We got this little patch, and it's a little patch, plowed. It was pretty compacted. We did get it plowed. We got the plows adjusted. It usually takes about that much ground to get them really dialed in. Never really got them exactly where I wanted them, but it was good enough. Another point, in this particular ground, the John Deere is not enough tractor to handle all three. It does good on two, which is the way I used to have these. I added the third one back to them for the new Holland. It needs another 10 horsepower at least to handle them good. I mean, we plowed it with it. One reason it needs more horsepower is, according to the book, now this is not me, this is the book, the owner's manual for these plows, is these are considered a high-speed plow, and they recommend that you plow 4 to 6 miles per hour to really do a good job. And of course, we were going nowhere near that, but we got it done. One other thing you notice, this is on a slope, so I turned the ground uphill, throw it uphill, and then through the year as it erodes and settles back down, it'll put it back to where it needs to be, so you don't get a bank at one side, and if you throw it down the hill, every year you're moving that ground down the hill 14 inches, and eventually the top side will be all at the bottom, and you'll get a bank up there. So that's a couple things. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. I'll also do a video on draft control using plows, but this one's getting a little long, so we'll stop it here. Like us, subscribe to us, comment, let us know what you think. Check us out on our Facebook page, Rocky Hollow Farm. Till next time, take care of yourself. Bye.